If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new play review, and today the rather expensive 82 rated Marcus Llorente. This guy looks decent, but for an 82 rated card, he's going to need to be very good because he's 20,000 coins. That is a lot of money on day one of the game. If you've just picked up the game today, congratulations. There is a learning curve. Please don't hate the game instantly. You will have to adjust. Now, that being said, is Llorente worth going out and buying for 20,000 coins? Of course, if you go out and complete your 5 placement games, you will get met with I would say a relatively large payout. You know, I mean, even if you lose all of them, you'll still get a good 20,000-30,000 coins. So, I mean, that's not too bad at all, really. 3-star, 3-star. At this stage of the game is perfectly fine. You know, that player of the month, Calvert-Lewin, for example, is 3-star, 3-star, and I think that's decent. High work rates, which is kind of what you want really on a card like this. Lean body type, which at the moment doesn't really do anything for him or go against him because we don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing right now. He's got weird pace, right? So it says 84 on the card, but if we dive a little bit deeper, 79 acceleration, not great, but 88 sprint speed. So it is polar opposite. It's just from one extreme to the other. And then you've got the dribbling. We'll go all the way over to dribbling and have a look at that for a second. We can see that he's got good ball control, good dribbling, good composure, good reactions. You know, bear in mind, this is an 82 rated card. I mean, they're decent stats. His balance isn't great. His agility is not fantastic. He has moderate defensive capability. His physicals are really nice for an 82 rated card. And then, of course, you've got things like short passing and vision, which are quite nice as well. So, I mean, all in all, it is a very well-rounded card. And depending on what chem style you decide to use, which we'll go over in detail toward the end of the video, you can get a really, really good card out of this depending on what position you want to use him in. So you can sort of adapt him to the position. So, for example, if you do want to use him as that sort of box-to-box, because I think that's what he's built for. You know, his work rates are built for that. They're both high. He's got that sort of well-roundedness to him that he can do a bit of everything. He can go forward, he won't be fantastic at it. He can defend, but he won't be fantastic at it. So what you need to do is decide where to play him and then refine from there. So, for example, at the moment we have a backbone on him, and that means that I'm going to be using him a little bit more defensively than I am attacking. And you'll see evidence of that in the clips, because in the clips, you're going to see an awful lot of him tracking back, an awful lot of him, I would say, covering the wings, really, because he does tend to get into the pockets, whether it be left or right. He does tend to do it. So we're set up in a 4-5-1 right here. I don't actually play 4-5-1. We're switching into 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. A lot of the gameplay, in fact, maybe all of the gameplay, was actually co-op gameplay, which is a lot of fun right now. If you have someone who plays the game as well, doesn't matter what division they're in, you don't need to be in the same division, but you do use the same account. So, for example, if you want to use your players, you have to invite your friend to your game, essentially, and if you want to use his players or her players, then you have to obviously go that way. So Llorente scores a goal there very early on. I don't think that was co-op gameplay. Don't remember. No, I don't. I was going to say I don't remember being co-op in this one, but he scores early on there, and then the majority of the clips from here on in are going to be defensive. And the reason for that is because he is very, very good at tracking back, monitoring the situation, and just popping up in the right place. Goes in there for a challenge, misses it. Ball comes out with De Gene. Llorente plays it into Odegaard. Odegaard, who missed the challenge previous, plays it forward. And then look at the space. Good pass through. Bit of an overlap on the go there. We got lucky with Correa picking up the loose pieces, if you will. Llorente on the edge of the area, plays it into Carrasco, gets it back again. But he's like this type of card. He's got that strength to him, especially with the backbone chem style. You can hold up the ball on the edge of the area. He's got just enough mobility about him, of course, to be able to maneuver into certain situations, and then we're away. And here he is again, bursting forward, plays it into the path of Gamero, who plays it, plays it into Gamero, who is into Porto, and unfortunately we can't, Porto, and we can't finish that off. But he'll pop up everywhere, and that's what I really like about him. From distance, not particularly great, but of course if you want to play him that little bit further forward, you can give him something like a Maestro, which would improve the shot power, it would improve the long shots, And then, of course, you've got that ability to maybe hit them from distance and cause some damage. But then, of course, if you do want to play him a little bit more defensively, you can give him that backbone, the powerhouse, or whatever it may be. In terms of things like traits, unfortunately, he's not going to give you anything in that sense. So it is what you see on the tin with this guy. But he's very good at just doing the basics. And look at that. Ball right through the middle, split the defense. Porto is in. Fails on that occasion, but we do get a second chance and a third chance. That was actually a shot, believe it or not. Ball comes back out to Saul, who manages to juggle it into the area. Very overpowered, that. And scores a good goal. But again, here we are in defense, as you can see, backtracking, gets his way. I mean, look at that. He just, okay, I'm controlling him, fine. But he's back there for me to be able to control. Gets back, slips between the two defenders, gets that very, very important interception, and away we go. So when it comes to chem styles, I said we talk about it a little bit more. I am, of course, using the backbone right now. Now, the reason that I would use the backbone is because you get that that stand tackle and that interception boost. And of course, we've already seen evidence of both of them being very important. Okay, but then you also get that strength and aggression boost, which again is very important, as well as the vision. The vision is nice to have. It's not like super important, but it is nice to have to be able to carve open defenses. Maybe one of the reasons why you saw that long through ball go almost inch perfect weight-wise into the path of the attacker. Now, when it comes to the shadow, entirely up to you if you want to be spending the coins on it, but that's if you want that acceleration boost and sprint speed boost. Personally, I don't think he needs it. I think he's fine the way he is. And then, of course, the other option you have maybe is powerhouse. I'm not improving any of the dribbling here. I mean, something like an artist actually wouldn't go against everything that you believe in, because you've got like the agility boost. 15 agility takes him up to 90. That could help big time in terms of mobility. The only thing is, of course, if you do decide to go with that kind of chem style, you're not going to be looking defense minded. I think the card is very good. Value for coins right now, in my opinion, isn't particularly high, and the reason I say that is because he will come down in price massively, and that is including today. As soon as people start opening their packs for ones to watch, this guy is going to drop like a stone in terms of price. He might even be half the price by this time tomorrow. So if I were you and you may be looking for a new central midfield player, I would say no. I would go against it right now. Don't buy him. And not because he's not good enough, because he is. Don't buy him because he will drop in price. If you have him already, in my opinion, I'd sell him and look to buy him back again in a couple of days, because I cannot imagine he's going to hold the price for much longer. Great card though, despite a few niggly things here or there. Overall, very, very good card. Just wish he was maybe half the price that he is right now. If you have enjoyed this player review, do me a favour and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.